Grounding down into your sit bones. Lengthen through your spine. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears and then slide them down and away. And let's bring our hands into Narayana mudra today. So this is the mudra that indicates new start, new beginnings, planting seeds to allow them to grow and flourish. 2 different hand gestures. So on the right hand, bring your middle finger and thumb to touch. So here we're bringing the element of air, akash, to connect with the thumb. And then on your left hand, bring your ring finger to touch your thumb. And the ring finger represents the element of earth, prithvi. So we're grounding down and we are connecting with the sense of expansion and uplift. So these 2 mudras represent starting from the root and rising up from the earth. Our mantra for today is Om Chandraya namaha. Om Chandraya namaha. This is the mantra that connects to the moon, the devi. So chandraya is the name for the moon. And we're making offerings to the moon. So the moon that we've been working with, new moon this week, is known as the black moon. This is the 2nd new moon in a calendar month. So it's known as the black month, the black moon. It's the new moon in Cancer. It's a very emotionally potent, emotionally vulnerable sign that we're in and moon cycle that we're in. The black moon literally means that we are diving much deeper into our emotions, connecting with our fears, doubts, obstacles, the shadows that contain, restrict, bind us from manifesting our dreams, visions, goals. The black moon and this mudra, the Narayana mudra, helps us to connect with the vision, the clarity of vision, being able to interpret our dreams, being able to see through the shadows and follow our path. Heavy start to the morning, I know. Grounding down, lengthening, grounding to lengthen, rooting to rise. Closing your eyes. Let's connect with our breath. With each in-breath, draw it right down into the belly, allowing the belly to expand, ribs to open, chest to rise. Dirga pranayama breath. And with the out breath, draw the navel back towards the spine, allow the ribs to curl, chest to fall. And as you breathe, visualize the breath as if it's the ebb and flow of the tide. Visualize the waves lapping onto the beach and rolling back. Your breath is nourishing like water nourishes the earth. The new moon connects to the Swadhisthana chakra, where the element of water is strong. So the Swadhisthana chakra is a circle with a crescent moon lying at its base. The fullness and the newness of the moon contained in this chakra here. 3 more Dirga Pranayama breaths, these 3-part yogic breaths. Inhaling to fill, expand, embrace. Exhaling to let go, release, shed. Just as the water washes away the debris, the out breath washes away what we no longer need. Om Chandraya namaha. I connect with my peace of mind, my intuition. I connect with the cool beauty of the moon. I absorb the moon's magic energy. Om chandraya namaha. With each breath, I welcome in the new. With each out breath, I release the old. Inhaling, releasing your mudra, bringing your hands together in namaskar at the heart center. Opening our practice by chanting Om 3 times. And for each Om today, I invite you to connect with an element. The element of earth, the element of water, the element of space. Prithvi, Jal, Akash. Inhale fully. Exhale through open mouth. Inhale to prepare. Oh. Inhale. Oh. Inhale. Oh. Hands to your eyebrow center. Namaste. And welcome to our very eventful start. Let's place our right hand on the earth for a moment and inhale, reaching up. You could bring your left finger, ring and thumb to touch, left hand, and then exhale over just for a moment, creating this crescent shape here. And then let's reach through center, and this time let's bring our middle finger and thumb to touch, up and over. And inhale to center. Reach out with your legs and bring the soles of your feet together in Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Let's take your hands to your ankles, your shins. Inhaling, lengthen. So root down through your sit bones. Lengthen through your crown. As you exhale, fold forward. Allow your crown to reach down towards the earth. Inhaling. And then exhaling into this space that you've created. So with your out breath, breathe into this space towards the earth. Two more breaths here. Then inhaling, unwind your spine, beginning to unfurl from the tailbone up all the way to your crown. And then let's take our left leg out to the side so that left heel is near our right hip. And bring your right shin so it's parallel to the edge of your mat here, creating this zigzag shape with your legs, deer pose. Let's place your hands on your knees and lengthen here. One breath here. And then we're going to turn over to the right. Walk your hands away and let's bring our crown, our eyebrow center down towards the earth here. Breathe into your hip here, particularly the right hip. Soften through your upper body. Allow the breath to nourish and replenish you. One breath here. Inhaling, rising up, hands walk back towards you. Let's counter twist over to the left just for a moment. Turn back to center with the in-breath, right hand on the earth, left hand with bringing your ring and thumb to touch, up and over, a lateral stretch here, crescent shape. Inhaling through center, left hand to the earth, middle finger to thumb of your right hand, up and over. This will feel more constricted. Inhale through center. Let's bring the right hand back to the earth. Let's take your left arm up and over. Reach as high as you can first before coming over. And then back through center one more time. Right hand to the earth. Let's bring your left hand to your heart center. Connect with your intention for your practice or for this moon cycle. New beginnings. Creating new vision. And as you do, inhale, rise up so you come onto your right shin. and your left knee here. Reach up and over with your left arm. Back to the earth. Take a moment here, and then let's bring that left foot in again. So left sole meets right sole. And this time we're going to move into Kurmanasana, tortoise pose. So take your hands and arms and weave them underneath your legs so that your hands are resting on the earth. And then exhaling, let's reach down with our crown towards our feet. The gap and the distance between the earth and your crown matters not. It's the intention here. So you're rounding deeply through your spine. So you'll notice that your breath changes shape as your body changes shape. One more breath here in Kurmasana. And then inhale, let's draw your hands back towards your body. Lengthen through your spine, coming up slowly. Let's shift the right leg to the side this time so that the right heel is near the left. Right hip is near the right heel is near the right hip. Left shin is parallel to the short edge. Hands on your shin, on your knees here to lengthen and create some space and height. And then let's exhale over to the left, coming down towards the earth. Eyebrow center resting on the earth or perhaps on a cushion or folded blanket. And then soften through your upper body here. Om Chandraya namaha is your mantra for today. Bathe in the natural light of the new moon, in its cool radiance. One more breath here, and then with helping hands, inhale to rise up. Counter twist to the right just for a moment. And then let's come back to center. Let's place your left hand on the earth this time. Bring your middle finger and thumb of your right hand together and reach up and over. Inhale through center. Left finger and thumb together this time. Less space here. One more time in each direction. Flowing with your breath. Inhaling through center. Exhaling up and over. Left hand back to the earth. Right hand to your heart. Again, connect with what you're releasing and letting go. Fears, doubts, limits, self-imposed limits. Inhale, lift your sit bones off the earth so that you're on your left shin, right knee here. Reach up and over with your right hand. Inhaling back down towards the earth. Let's bring our hands onto the earth and come onto our shins for a moment here. So we're going to sit here in Virasana, hero's pose. And I invite you to bring your hands together at your heart center. Interlace all your fingers and release your index, Kali Mudra, crossing your thumbs. Inhale, draw your hands up above your crown. Let's take a moment here, creating length and height. As you exhale, release your hands, take them behind your back, interlace them behind your back. Again, you can release your index, cross your thumbs. Draw your hands down towards the earth. Open your heart, lift your gaze. Now you have an option here of staying here like this or folding forward, bringing your eyebrow center or crown towards the earth. If it feels too intense to have your hands interlaced, you can always take hold of opposite elbows. One more breath here. Keep reaching up with your index fingers towards the sky. And then engage your core. Inhale to rise up. Release your hands. Open your arms. Spiral your little fingers towards the sky. And then take your hands above your crown. Palms in namaskar. Exhale to your heart center. comes directly onto all fours here. Cat, cow, Majriyasana, Bithyasana. Lift your tailbone, dip your lower back, shine your heart, lift your gaze. And as you exhale, starting the movement from the tailbone, undulate all the way through the length of your spine, tucking your chin, broadening across the shoulder blades. Inhaling to lift and shine, connecting with the akash element, the element of space in which we can grow and move forward, rounding through to let go. So each out breath is to release, each in breath is to inspire and expand. One more breath. Let's come back to neutral spine here for a moment. Reach back long with your right leg, tuck your toes. Going to move into Sardulasana flow here. So reach out through that right heel. One breath there. And then lift your leg so it's parallel. Bend your knee, bring it in towards your heart space, rounding through your spine. And then as you reach back with your toes, bend into your elbows, lowering your heart and chin towards the earth. Lifting your right toes up towards the sky. Inhaling, bringing your right knee back towards your heart space, rounding through your spine. Reach back parallel. Return your toes to the earth. Take a moment here. One breath. Release the right knee to the earth. Let's extend the left leg long. Tuck the toes. Push out to the heel of your left foot. Engage your core. Take a moment. Then let's lift our legs so it's parallel to the earth. As you exhale, bend into your knee. Bring the knee in towards your heart, rounding deeply here. And then on the exhale, release the left toes towards the sky. Bend into your elbows, bringing your heart and chin towards the earth. Inhale, bending back into that left knee, in towards your heart. Extend it parallel. And then release the toes to the earth. Let's do that one more time with the right knee and the left, moving at your own pace. If you need to take a break with your wrists, lift them up, rotate them. If it feels too difficult to have your wrists on the earth, you can always create little fists and use your fists here. That strengthens and stabilizes through your wrist. One breath and extend that right leg long. Tuck your toes. Inhale, parallel. Exhale, knee to your heart. Inhale, left, right toes to the sky. Bend your elbows. Bringing your knee back into your heart space. Extend your leg, moving with your breath. And exhale, toes to the earth. Bend into your right knee, turning it to the earth. Extend your left leg long, tuck your toes. Inhale, lift your left leg so it's parallel to the earth. Exhale, round through your spine as you bring your knee to the heart. Inhaling, left toes rise, bringing your heart and chin towards the earth. And then rising up and then bending into your left knee once more, rounding through your spine. Extend your leg long, parallel. Return the foot to the earth. And then let's come on to all fours just for a moment. Sit back. Let's rotate through the wrists one way, then the other. Maybe you interlace your hands, reach forward. Perhaps you push out to the heel of your hands. Flip your fingertips down. This will help to release the tension in the wrists. And we're coming back into child's pose here. So let's take wide child's pose. Big toes touching, knees as wide as your mat. Place your left hand on, let's come into child's pose first. And then I'll move you into your twist. Eyebrows center on the earth. So we're going to move into a twist here. So left hand comes where your eyebrow center was. Reach up with your right fingertips to the sky. Bring your right hand into your Narayana mudra. So middle finger and thumb touch. Exhale, take your right arm underneath your body. Now your left hand, bring it into your ring and middle and thumb mudra. So remember, prithvi and akash mudra make up Narayana mudra. Your hand, left hand can reach up towards the sky, opening across your heart. If you wish, you can take your left hand to your right hip. A deep twist. The black moon often represents a time when we might feel fearful of change, hesitant about taking that step forward. Our fears and doubts creep up. We may drop down into the depths of depression or lethargy, negative self-talk. This new moon gives us an opportunity to be inspired, to reconnect with our dreams. Perhaps previous failures have meant we feel disheartened. One more breath here. And then let's bring the left hand to the earth. Inhale, right hand to the sky. Calming back down. Let's come into child's pose. Hands on the earth. Stretch your arms long just for a moment. So walk your fingers away from you as far as you can. Create space and expansion here. We're moving away from those small, overwhelming feelings. So they may be small feelings, but they can feel overwhelming. And we're moving into a space of expansion rather than contraction. One more breath, and then let's lift your eyebrow center. Place your right hand where your eyebrow center was. Lift your left fingertips up to the sky. Remember to bring your ring and thumb to touch in your prithvi mudra. Exhale, thread that behind the right arm, bringing your left shoulder near to the mat. And again, your right arm reaches up, middle and thumb connect. Arm can stay reaching up, or you can wrap your right hand to your left hip, turning your right shoulder up towards the sky. If you feel like you've been stuck in a rut, or you've been diverted from your path, or distracted, now's the time to begin to make your way back to where you want to be. Taking responsibility for things that have prevented you from following your own heart's desire. One more breath here, and then let's release that right hand to the sky before it comes back down to the earth. Left fingertips open, back down to the earth. Let's move directly into mountain pose here. So let's tuck our toes. Inhale, lift your tailbone, reach back with your tailbone. Pedal your feet here. Sway your hips. Hands can be as wide as the mountain, as the mat here. It's a wide mountain base today. Then coming into stillness. And let's make a walk to the top of our mat. Coming into a forward fold here. So big toes can touch, heels can be apart, or you can have your feet parallel, hip distance wide. Bend deeply into your knees so that your abdomen rests on your thighs. Tailbone reaching back. Bring your arms so that they're parallel to the earth. Again, you can come into your mudra if you wish. Hands are reaching forward, crown reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. This very low Utkatasana variation. So it's a combination of forward fold and chair pose. Inhale, Strengthen deeply here. Root down through your feet. Engage your core. Inhale to rise up. Moving with care. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's turn, quarter turn here, so we're facing forward. We're going to use the length of our mat for our moon practice, our Chandra namaskar flow. The lunar flow connects with the feminine, cooling, receptive, nurturing energy. We are here to embrace and receive the inspiration from the universe. So you're here on the right side of your mat. If you're not on the right side of your mat, make your way to the right side of your mat. So we're going to work towards the left first. Hands together at your heart center. Interlace your fingers. Release your index. Cross your thumbs. Kali mudra here. Inhale, reach up. Lengthen here. As you exhale, come over to the left. Lateral stretch. Moon pose, chandraya. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale to center. Let's bring your hands to your heart center for a moment and then draw your hands again open. This time, let's have our hands parallel. Bring them into your Narayana mudra, middle finger and right thumb, left ring, left thumb together. As you exhale this time, come over to the left. This will feel more challenging. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the right. Stay rooted through your feet. Inhale to center. Release your hands. Take a big step over to the left. Open your arms wide. Tadasana, star pose. Toes are pointing forward, perhaps. Weight is shifting to the outside edge of your feet. One breath here. Now bend into your knees. Turn your toes. Bend your elbows. Goddess pose, devi. One full breath here. And from here, we're going to flow. Let's turn over to the left. Inhale to center. Turn over to the right. Inhale to center. Place your hands on your knees. Push your right knee out. Bend into your right shoulder so that you bring your right shoulder down towards the earth. Inhale to center. Let's push the left knee out. Bend, bringing this left shoulder forward, folding over towards the right. Inhale to center. Let's go both directions. So sink down low here, creating space, left and right. One more time, back to center. Let's straighten through our legs, back into star pose. Turn the left toes so they point towards the top here. We're going to hinge into triangle, trikonasana. So maybe you have to soft bend in your knees. Perhaps you have a block available here or your low footstool. Hinge over to the left. Left hand comes down towards the earth for your block. Your right hand can reach up, or you can have your right hand on your right hip. Turn and spiral your heart towards the sky. If your hand is reaching up, your right hand, you can bring it into your mudra. Gaze can be down towards the earth or up towards the sky. Yogi's choice. Or parallel to the horizon. One more breath here in Trikonasana. Now for a moment, we're going to go into reverse triangle. So keeping your left hand where it is. This right hand moves down across your body to come to the outer edge of your left leg or your ankle. Draw your left arm towards your heart so you can stay on your heart. Left hand can go to your left hip, or you can reach up towards the sky with your left hand. Reverse triangle. Have a soft bend in that left knee. One more breath. Exhale, left hand to the earth. Moving into pyramid pose. Purvattanasana. So a little hop with your right foot. Let's create your pyramid base. So your feet can be as wide as your mat or a little bit narrower. Your fingertips can be resting on the earth or on your low footstool or your bricks. Check out how your left knee is feeling here. Make sure you have a little micro bend in that knee. Inhale, hands to your heart center. Crown reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. Halfway lift here. Press your palms together. Engage your core. So squeeze your mulaband by squeezing your pelvis. Draw your navel towards your spine. This engages your Uddiyana band. Inhale, bend into your left knee to rise up, coming parallel to the horizon with your gaze. If you wish, you can carry on to lift your gaze up towards the sky. The weight shifts into the outer edge of your right foot here. Make sure you keep lots of space between your ears and shoulders. One breath here. Exhale, halfway. Take a moment there. And now let's take our hands and sweep them behind our back. You can take hold of opposite elbows. You can bring your palms together in namaskar, or you can hold your wrists. Various options here. Halfway here, crown reaching forward, tailbone reaching back, micro bend in that left knee, feet firmly planted in the ground. This new moon, the black moon, is a time for coming home to yourself from a place of stability, and then inhaling to rise up towards your dreams, your aspirations, your goals. You can stay parallel to the horizon, or you can lift your gaze towards the sky, coming into a gentle back bend. Yogi's choice. Exhaling, let's fold, releasing your hands. We're going to transition directly into half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. So have your low footstool or your blocks available at the top of your mat. Bend deeply into your left knee. Rotate onto the ball of your right foot. And then come onto your right toes. So you might stop here, or you might carry on lifting your right leg so that it becomes parallel to the earth. Flex into your foot, so bending at that heel there, toes going to be pointing directly out to the side. When you're comfortable here, your right hand can come up towards your heart space or to your right hip. Your left hand stays on the earth or on your blocks or low footstool. And then if you wish, you can take your right hand up to the sky. If you wobble like me, fall out and then go back in. I'm worried about bumping my head into this wall and knocking myself out. That would not be fun for me or for you. One more breath here. Bend into your right knee. Let's bring your right foot so it's parallel to the left. Forward fold here. And then bend deeply into your knees so your abdomen is resting on your thighs. Halfway, so arms come parallel. Create some space for myself. Tailbone reaching back. Crown reaching forward. Arms parallel to the earth. Low here to the ground. Inhale, engage your core, press into the earth to rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart center, quarter turn. Take a moment here. So one half round completed of our namaskar. We're going to mirror that movement and go back across our mat. So just as the moon mirrors the light of the sun, our practice from the left and the right side mirror. the masculine and feminine mirror. Take a moment here. Inhale, let's reach up, interlace your fingers, release your index. Exhale over to the right, lateral stretch here. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale to center. One breath here. And then let's bring your hands to your heart. Let's step across the mat in Uttanasana star pose, open wide. Bend into your knees, into your elbows. One breath here. Turning over to the left. Inhale to center. Turning over to the right, here in Devi. Inhale to center. One more time, both directions. Let's bring your hands to your knees here. So let's push out the left knee, bring in the left shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale, push out the right knee, bring in the right shoulder. Let's flow like this from side to side, keeping low. And then let's straighten through our knees, back into Uttanasana star pose here. Let's turn the right toes out. Moving into Trikonasana triangle pose. Hinge at the waist over to the right. Let's bring the right hand down towards the earth or your blocks. Left hand can reach the sky or be on your left hip. Yogi's choice. I'm going to get my footstool for this side so that you can see that I am mirroring you as well. One more breath here in Trikonasana, whichever variation you're in. So you can be gazing down, parallel to the horizon or up towards the sky. Have a soft bend in that right knee. Moving from here into reverse triangle, Parivritta to Trikonasana. So this left arm is going to cross our body and head over towards the outside of our right leg or right ankle. Our left hand can stay on the earth if you wish, can come to your heart space or can reach up towards the sky or your right hip. So there's lots of places for this right hand to be. Staying on the earth, your heart space, your right hip or the sky. One more breath here. And then let's exhale that right hand to the earth. We're going to move into pyramid pose. So let's hop that left foot slightly forward. Fingertips can be on the earth or on your block. Inhale, hands to sky, halfway. Crown reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. Remember, your pyramid base can be as wide as your mat. So your toes can be on the opposite edges. Or you can be narrower. Engage your core. So Mula Bandh, Uddiyana Bandh, squeezing in your pelvic, drawing your navel to the spine, knitting in your ribs. Inhale by pressing into the earth to rise up. Rooting to rise here, gaze to the horizon. Carry on to gaze up towards the sky. The weight shifts here into the left leg, the left foot. You're still maintaining a very strong connection between the right foot and the right leg. So we're feeling very grounded. The weight is shifted, but there's a strong connection with that forward facing foot. One more breath. Exhale to hinge, bend into your right knee. Forward fold, halfway lift here, crown and tail parallel to the earth. And this time we can take our hands behind our back, so you can take hold of wrists, elbows, or come into reverse prayer. Inhale to rise up. Stay upright so your gaze is parallel, or a gentle back bend. Yogi's choice. One more breath. Exhale to hinge so that you're parallel. Let's release your hands. Bring them down towards the earth, or your block, or your beautiful footstool. I love this footstool. So multi-purpose. Dog bed. Rest my feet. Meditate on. Help me balance. One more breath here. Let's hop onto the toes of the left foot. Bend into your right knee. Now you can spring up slightly, or you can bring your left leg so it's parallel to the earth. Push out to the heel of your left foot. Your right hand can stay on the earth or on your footstool to stabilize you here. Your left hand can come to your heart or to your left hip or up towards the sky. Yogi's choice. Your gaze can be down or parallel to the horizon. And you may be wobbling here. Have a soft bend in that right knee. Keep pushing out through the heel of the left foot. Ardha Chandrasan. Let's turn your gaze down towards the earth. Bend into your left knee. Bring your left foot to meet your right. Spiraling as you do. And we're going to come directly into this Utkatasana variation. Bend into your knees. Abdomen on your thighs. Tailbone reaching back. Arms and hands reaching forward. Bringing your hands into your Narayana mudra. So this mudra is the mudra of new beginnings, fresh start, helping clear the way. Inhale to engage and rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart, quarter turn here. Reach up, interlace all your fingers, release your index, cross your thumbs. Exhale over to the left. Inhale to the right. Inhale to center, and then exhale over to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment here. Release your hands. Coming into Tadasana. Reconnect with your breath. Bring your hands to your heart center. Let's step across the mat. Coming into this wide-legged stance here. Take your hands behind your back. Interlace your hands and release your index, cross your thumbs. Draw your hands down towards the earth. Option here is to take hold of opposite elbows. Draw your shoulder blades together. Open your heart. Lift your gaze so it's parallel to the horizon. As you exhale, and maybe you have a soft bend in your knees, hinge forward so you come halfway. So at the moment, your hands are going to stay fairly parallel. Then exhaling, let's take our crown down towards the earth, hands reaching up behind us if they're interlaced, or taking hold of your elbows and just drawing your elbows closer together. One breath here. Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. One more breath here. And then let's release your hands.
Take a moment here so your hands can come onto your legs or your ankles, staying in this forward fold for the moment. And bend into your right knee and shift your weight over to the right. Staying quite low to the earth here. Now you can stay here, or you can bend deeply into your right knee and bring your right sit bone to rest on your right heel. As you do that, you can flex the left toes here. So you're in two places. You'll either be here very low down with your hands on the earth or on a footstool, or you can shift your weight completely, turn the left toes up towards the sky and come into this skandasana. So you'll either be in a high variation of skandasana or this low variation of skandasana. And whichever variation you're in, you can bring your hands to your heart center in prayer or leave your hands on the earth, yogi's choice. You also have the option of getting your footstool and sitting on your footstool here. So remember, we've done this before. I'm going to grab my blocks actually, so I take up less space on my mat. And you're like, Callie, will you stop faffing around while we're crouching here and working really hard? Come out of your pose at any point. You could be sitting on your block or your footstools, your knees bent, your left leg is extended, toes pointing up. And because you're supported here on the earth, you have more space. You're still creating the shape that we want. So thinking about what's working here, what we're doing here is we're balancing. This is a balance. And it's a strength. It's a balance that requires strength. We're holding the weight of our own body here. One more breath here. Now, whichever variation you're in, we're going to do that fancy footwork and move all the way across our mat over to the left side. So you'll either come into this low variation on this left side where your hands are on the earth, the soles of your feet stay connected with the earth, or you shift onto the ball of your left foot and then lift your right toes up towards the sky. And bring your footstool blocks. Sit on those. Make sure that you can sustain whichever variation you go for. And again, you have the option of bringing your hands to your heart. You can bring one hand to your heart. You can bring both hands to your heart. One more breath. And then let's release your hands to the earth. Shift your weight back over to the center. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, coming into Malasana. Yogi squat. Again, sit on something to support you if you so wish. For a moment here, we're going to open our arms. So take your right fingertips down towards the earth. Bring your middle and thumb to touch. Let's move back so you can see. And then let's take the left fingertips up to the sky. Again, ring and thumb to touch. Narayana mudra. Om chandraya namaha. In the new moon in Cancer, we often retreat back into our shells like a crab, protecting ourselves, or so that shell can either be protective or it can be a barrier to resist change. It can be self-imposed limitations. So decide how much you want to open up when you feel safe enough to open up and take a risk. One more breath here. Let's bring hands together for a moment and then left fingertips to the earth, right fingertips to the sky. Again, connecting with your Narayana mudra. And remember, if you're sitting on a footstool or blocks, you're still creating this extension across your heart space, breaking through boundaries, leaping into the unknown, taking a risk, and then exhale to come home. So you come home to yourself and then you open
Always able to come back to a place of stability, this element of earth that protects us, keep us safe. And then the element of space is where we open and expand and create and take risks. Bring your hands to your eyebrow center. Let's come directly to the earth. Move in for a moment. We're going to move into Nukhasan, boat pose. So hugging your knees, feet on the earth. Lengthen through your spine, lift your crown, engage your core. Hands can stay at the back of your thighs, or your hands can reach out. Again, you can come into your mudra. You can have toes on the earth, one leg lifted. You can have both legs lifted. You can have hands behind your back. Toes can be pointed up. Toes can be pointing out. Yogi's choice, your variation of Nukhasan chair pose. Remember, in yoga, we're not trying to create perfect body shapes that look like someone else's body. We are looking like our body. This is me. This is what I can do. This is what I love doing. Don't need to be someone else. One more breath. Exhale, hug yourself in. Retreat to your shell, your home. And then let's come into Shavasana. Take space. Arms can be extended away from your body. Legs open. Allow your feet to fall away. Fingers gently curled. Now we're back in space. So moving from this black moon into a state of expansion. Eyes closed. Connect with the earth below you. Feel the heaviness of the earth below you. And connect with the sense of space all around you. Om chandraya namaha. I bathe in the cool beauty of moon. I absorb the moon's radiance. I know that I have vulnerability, that my emotions can be fearful, can create doubt. And sometimes I may feel stagnant or stuck. But know that in order to expand and explore and take risk, we move from a place of safety, from home, where we feel protected. And then from this place, we can move forward into a new direction. Take a leap into the unknown. Surrender to the natural flow of life, to be effortlessly guided to our destination. So here in Shavasana, in stillness, in this state of nothingness, is a place to reflect, to allow the answers to be revealed, to listen to our intuition, to connect with our creative visions. One more breath here. In breath to expand, out breath to release, in breath to stretch, out breath to flex, in breath to stretch one more time, then the out breath to hug in and roll over to one side in sleeping Krishna, and then with helping hands rise up into your Sukhasana, your easy pose. Ground down through your sit bones, lengthen through your spine. Hands can come into your mudra, or you can bring them to namaskar at your heart. So Narayana mudra. Middle finger, right hand, middle finger and thumb, left hand, ring finger and thumb. Akash, prithvi. Rooting to rise. Grounding to expand. Closing your eyes, noticing the rhythm of your breath, the natural rise and fall, the ebb and flow like the tide, like the motion of the waves powerfully hitting the shore or perhaps gently lapping the shore. When our days become dreary with low, hovering clouds of despair, and when our nights become darker than 1,000 midnights, let us remember that there is a creative force in this universe working to pull down the gigantic mountains of evil, a power that is able to make a way out of no way and transform dark yesterdays with bright tomorrows. Let us realize that there is a moral universe, that it bends towards justice. Martin Luther King, hands to your heart. Dream on. Hope and wish for something better each and every day for yourself and for others. Closing our practice by chanting Om Chandraya Namaha 3 times and then Om Shanti. Inhale fully. Exhale through open mouth. Inhale to prepare. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Dhanyavad. Thank you everyone for joining me.